iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Bristol Motor Speedway for the Echtohawk Homebrews 500 here tonight. It is the final race before we set the playoff grid to go championship racing just next week. Only 4 drivers come in tonight, and knowing their fate, James Skelton, Max Terrill, Jeffrey Souza, and Zach Mitchell know they are safe. Everybody else right down around the bubble cutoff line. We'll talk about them here tonight quite a bit, because that playoff line, that cut line, oh man, it is 6 points or less between some of these drivers, so they're going to have to be on their toes here tonight. Tonight's race, it is the 12th time the series has come here to this speedway. Will we have a new winner to get themselves into the playoffs, or will, well, one of those call them the drivers that are safe, will they pick up another one? It's time here tonight to get the starting lineup, so what do you say we hit trackside just like that and get you the starting lineup for the Echtohawk Homebrews 500. Starting on the pole here tonight, it's car number 6. That'll be Chris Hammett. To the outside of him, how about the driver from north of the border? It is Scott Duncan qualifying on the outside pole, with Zach Mitchell and car number 8 back in P3. Jeffrey Souza, he's locked in. He'll start 4th here tonight with another driver that is locked in. There's the 42 of Max Terrill. He'll start from 5th. Ethan Troutman, car number 62 here tonight. He'll start into the 6th position, while James Skelton back in 7th. He's locked in. He'll start 7th. Michael Trevarthen, the driver, well, I guess this is his final race before he evacuates down there. Car number 2, that'll be Michael Trevarthen starting in 8th. It's the BC number 45. Ben gonna start back into the 9th spot. Well, how about old Combsinator? Car number 17, he'll start back in 10th. It's the Hamill, AJ Hamill, Mr. Confusion, in car number 22. He'll start 11th, while Eric Stout, the part-timer, will start in, well, look at that, 12th. Joshua Buckley in car number 13. He'll roll from the 13th position. And here's a driver that has picked up a win here at the Bristol Motor Speedway before. That'll be 0-1. That'll be Richard Murdoch. He'll start 14th. Ken Allen in car number 81. He'll start 15th here tonight. Chad Allcare is driving car number 15. Will start 16th. It's the Alien. He'll start car number 64 into the 17th starting spot tonight. And Brandon Feeney, he'll drive car number 38. He'll start into the 8th spot. Tony Strandl, the better-looking Strandl brother, he'll pilot the number 3 here tonight, rolling from the 19th starting position, while Luke Logan Allen in the Goldfish entry will start 20th. 21st on the grid, the driver out of Western Pennsylvania, driving car number 79. That'll be Anthony Yankello. He just picked up a feature win on Thursday night in the short track series. Ryan O'Donnell, though, in car number 98. He'll start 22nd. Bill Benedict III, one of those drivers that are battling to try and get in to the playoffs. Car number 90 will roll from 23rd. 24th will be Trent Potter here tonight. And how about the Higgins Hill Racing Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 40? That'll be Rob Higgins. He'll roll from 25th. That's your 25 car starting lineup here tonight. We'll see who will be able to snag a win, who will be able to lock in, and who will be going home here tonight. You see them all out there onto the speedway. Key drivers to watch here tonight: Brandon Feeney, Sean Single, and Tony Strano are all sitting just 11 points actually out of the cut line. Ken Allen, Jason Wells, Chris Hammett, they are just inside that cut line by 13 points themselves. So there's some tight battles. We're going to find out after 150 laps here tonight, race fans. Let's get ready. The iRacing.com pace track will make the left-hand turn. This time out of turn 4. There you see it make its way to pit road. We're ready to go. 150 laps here tonight in the Echtohawks. Homebrews 500 is green flag here tonight at Bristol. And a great start by the 6 machine. One driver having a little bit of problems down on the bottom side of the speedway. That was Scott Duncan. His car not quite having the grip down there on the start. Gonna see this track go through a little bit of migration. Everybody minding their P's and Q's, though. Lap number 1 does go to Chris Hammett in the one-time burger bar number 6. You see Scott Duncan getting up to the top side of the speedway. Max Terriot falling off. It looks like the 42 of Max Terriot having some issues here. Oh, and there's some heavy damage on that number 42 of Max Terriot. We'll have to watch it back. Something definitely happening to the number 42 of Max Terriot. Watch it back here. Oh, the car jumps out from underneath him. And a hard impact to the inside wall for the 42. Terriot able to keep the car down there onto the apron. Nobody else involved. The car just got up and out from under him here. So Max going to be an early exit here tonight. 5 laps already completed. You see the inside lane there. That's the number 62 of Ethan Troutman working the bottom side of the speedway. You see Troutman with the East Tennessee Foundation on the number 62 here tonight. Troutman being from Tennessee, and Tennessee getting hit by the floods down there. A lot of towns, a lot of folks hurting right now in Eastern Tennessee. Our thoughts, our prayers go out to them. And then you got Michael Trevarthen that's just behind the driver, just west of the Tampa area. Just by a couple minutes, not even miles and hours down the road, it's minutes. And, of course, they're going to be, unfortunately, dealing with another one of those hurricanes coming through the Gulf of Mexico. Both those drivers right now sitting right there into the 8th and 9th position. As you see the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen able to work himself to the top side of the speedway. He'll get to the outside of the number 62 of Ethan Troutman. Another car down below there. I believe that is the Stant Analyzer number 4. That is Jeffrey Souza. There you see Souza down to the inside. He has picked up a win already this season, which means he's not worried about making the playoffs. One driver having some problems, A.J. Hamill in the Discount Tires, Confusion Motorsports number 22. Looks like he's been into the wall also himself, but it looks like his car is all right, unlike the number 42 of Max Terriot. So A.J. Hamill will just tag the back here, running 24th right now. Brandon Feeney just one spot up. Remember, Feeney's one of those drivers here tonight that is on the outside of the cut line looking in. He is out by 6 points coming into the evening right now as the points are shaking up. He has lost about another 7, 8, 9 points if you tally it up. Chris Hammett still the race leader, but he's got a teammate just behind him in the mirror. With 15 laps this time being completed, Zach Mitchell is now having his opportunity to size up the one-time Burger Bar entry of Chris Hammett. See Zach Mitchell, and right behind him, that is Scott Duncan. There's James Skelton, Tim Combs, Richard Murdoch, Trevarthen Souza, Troutman, and Eric Stout, rounding out the top 10 drivers here. That's the top 10 after 16 green flag laps completed here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. You are watching the Echtohawks Homebrews 500 here from the Bristol Motor Speedway. James Skelton working the inside now here on the Scott Duncan entry. Not going to be able to have anything that time, so he tucks it back up to the outside lane, tries to build back up that momentum, and then he'll give it another run. Tim Combs just behind him, and then there is the Murdoch entry. Murdoch has picked up 8 spots here tonight in the opening laps of this race. As you see, Skelton once again going to try to go to the bottom side of Flowertown Animal Hospital number 86 machine. We'll see if he's able to make it work. We haven't seen any passes to the inside lane just yet, and it looks like that time off turn 4, we're going to continue to not see any of those inside passes. You can tell that James Skelton has a pretty good car. So Tim Combs had to check it up a little bit, so he didn't get into the back end of the number 86. Skelton scraped the wall just a little bit. There you see Murdoch. He'll scrape the wall just a little bit. These drivers running this close to the outside wall here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. As there you see it, Duncan. It's almost like running at the Darlington Raceway. These drivers are definitely going to get up there. They're running just inches from the wall at times. As you see, James Skelton has a good run this time. He has been able to complete it off of turn 4. Will he be able to this time? Or diamonds it off, runs the bottom, and it looks like no. Once again, the 86 of James Skelton not going to be able to make that pass. Souza down to the bottom also there, trying to lurk on the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. The inside lane just has not been the place to be yet. Troutman still back here running inside the top 10. He's lost 3 spots since the drop to the green, and that machine has ran mostly on the bottom side of the speedway. At this pace, we're going to see which driver is able to have the long run machines here. As it looks like 42 of Max Terriell's coming back out onto the speedway, so a quick stop, if you will, getting that number 42 fixed up. There you see him. He is currently running 21 laps behind the race leaders. So his night may be pretty much over, but if somebody were to wreck out here, could gain a couple points here on the season. There is a regular season points championship battle. Right now, James Skelton has that by 38 points over Max Terriell. So there is a championship battle inside the trying to get into the playoff battle. Battle at the front, still close. There's the one-time Burger Bar number 6, still out front, leading the 4X Racing. Number 8 for Zach Mitchell. Souza working the bottom, but he'll slip off turn 4. We've seen drivers be able to go down to the bottom side and compete in 1 and 2, and there you have it. Oh, Souza was thinking about skipping to the top side there on the Richard Murdoch entry, but he elected not to. Now this time, Souza will go to the outside. He'll actually complete the pass on the 0-1 of Richard Murdoch. So there's your first inside lane pass here this evening. And Souza, I do not think is done. He's now looking to the inside, and he was momentarily looking to the inside of the Rev Esports number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. Sometimes when that outside lane gets clogged up, you have to look elsewhere. And now that the tires are starting to wear down, you see these drivers are starting to move to the bottom side of the speedway. Maybe some of them that were on the bottom are starting to migrate to the top. Souza making the inside lane work, though. He's been able to pick off Murdoch. He's been able to pick off Trevarthen. As you see, there's that 0-1. Murdoch trying now to do the same thing to the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. So these drivers are starting to see others move around and make things work for themselves. We told you that Troutman that's sitting back there in the 62, he hasn't really migrated to the tippy top of the speedway here tonight. There you see them. They're still continuing to battle. This is for the 7th, 8th, and the yellow flag is out onto the speedway. It looks like currently one of these drivers here tonight having some woes. And I'm being told it's the Ryan O'Donnell Turbo Dork Radical Paints number 98 entry. He is involved in this yellow flag here this evening. Let's take a look. What happened to the driver out of Michigan? He was battling. That is the number 79 of Yankello. He's right there. Yankello just down to the inside. Going to turn around O'Donnell. He gets into the outside wall, but the number 79 also going for a little bit of a ride himself. Let's take a look here. Let's ride on board with the Anthony Yankello machine. Tap into the Ryan O'Donnell, and the cop cam's number 79 going to go around himself. A couple other drivers, I believe that was Rob Higgins. The yellow and white entry to the outside. Max Terriot, a couple laps down, he's involved in that also, as he was just trying to make his way around. Take the look back here. One final look at the replay. Watch the number 79. Bill Benedict also getting a little bit of that contact as he got a little damage as he tried to sneak on by. So Ryan O'Donnell will be able to carry on, but he'll have a little bit of scrapes and dings and dents into his number 98 here. Some drivers coming to pit road. Yankello going to come down late here on this one. He'll try to get his service done and back out onto the speedway. Handful of drivers are electing to stay out here. Your race leader of Zach Mitchell, he elects to stay out. Jeffrey Souza, Tim Combs, Ethan Troutman, Joshua Buckley, all also not coming to pit road. There you see the number 13 of Joshua Buckley. Looking at the Buckley machine, I believe that might be a newer paint scheme on the number 13 for Josh Buckley, the driver out of Massachusetts. Coming into the night, Josh Buckley way down into the points. About 70 points out of a qualifying spot for the playoffs. Josh Buckley has had a previous past of running good here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Josh is making his 11th career start. His average finish is inside the top 10. He's had 3 top 5s here, 6 top 10s, so the driver has some good stats. Lights are out on the iRacing.com pace car, so we're ready to go back racing here. It'll be 39 laps officially completed out of the 150 scheduled here tonight for the Echtohawk Homebrews 500. All 25 drivers started tonight. All 25 drivers still out there on the speedway as Max Terriot has returned back to the speedway. Remember, he's multiple laps down as a creeping start there by the number 8 of Zach Mitchell. He'll hit the gas. The inside lane was not ready. Jeffrey Souza did not get a good start. It'll be Zach Mitchell, Troutman down the back straightaway. Chris Hammett trying to hold on to that third position. Hammett did come down and get tires on that number 6 machine. He is the highest running driver that came to pit road. So the outside lane going to work, it looks like, or should work here in just a couple of moments as you see the momentum. There it is. Finally, the number 6 able to clear. Problem. Scott Duncan and Ryan O'Donnell down there having some problems. Scott Duncan is going to come to pit road, it looks like. And heavy damage to the 989 for Duncan, the driver out of Canada, who started on the outside front row here tonight, is going to have to go to pit road, unfortunately. Let's watch it back. Duncan, same thing that happened to Max, and very hard impact to the inside retaining wall. These next generation cup cars, very easy to get damaged as you see the battle for the race lead. Here comes the Chris Hammett entry. Hammett going to be able to clear. He is the new race leader, but he's got those 4 fresh tires, and he also has number 86 of James Skelton just behind him. So it'll be Chris Hammett, James Skelton, Zach Mitchell, Ethan Troutman, Jeffrey Souza, the top 5. Murdoch's back there. He's trying to roll the bottoms out of the Speedway. He also has some fresher tires. Murdoch just taking 2 tires, though, on his pit stop. So the field is absolutely jumbled up. Ethan Troutman, I believe, having some issues here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Believe his number 62 is gone. Oh, he's back. Hocus pocus. There is the number 62 of Ethan Troutman. He's one of the drivers that did not come to pit road as he just got passed up by the number 81. Oh, one car bouncing it off the outside wall. That's the number 17 of Tim Combs. Heard when Tim Combs made the, I'm going to call it the trek out of Ohio, all the way down there to the Bristol Motor Speedway. He got to play golf with one of our league members. Peyton Johnson opened up his membership at the country club. And I heard Tim Combs can outdrive the best of them. Front of the field is still Chris Hammett. There you see it. Oh, look at Murdoch getting a great run down to the inside lane here. Murdoch trying to get second away from James Skelton. Who's the better fisherman here? The civilian of Murdoch or the professional of James Skelton? You got to call him a professional. He's one driver that will always go out on his boat, go fishing any time of day, any time of night, whether it's for $5 in a tournament or for a couple $1,000s. Murdoch's not quite there to the same level of James Skelton, but tonight his race car is definitely on par with that 86 machine. Both those drivers actually have picked up wins here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Trying to see real quick on the Chris Hammett entry. Hammett has never picked up a win here. This is his 5th time in red light racing coming here to the Bristol Motor Speedway. So Murdoch on those 2 tires. I'm very impressed with the speed of that 01. Question being, can he keep the speed over a long run, especially running down there on the bottom side of the Speedway? The outside seems to be the place where these tires hold on the most. As you see now, Murdoch make a little mistake, and now he'll try to funnel back in there. Ken Allen also on the move in car number 81. There you see the Coastal entry, battling with the driver from the coast, the Gulf Coast, that is car number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. The alien of Jason Wells now creeping into the picture, so we see some comers and goers here tonight. Some of these drivers electing, remember, to stay out on old tires, and that is the number 8 of Zach Mitchell. Mitchell is the highest running driver that did not put tires on yet here tonight. He's running into the 10th position, just 1 spot ahead of the number 15. That is Allcares there in the Duncan number 15, but you see Chad Allcares just being able to turn down, use the bottom side of the Speedway, and keep the momentum built up. He'll go right around the Zach Mitchell entry. Mitchell running into the 11th spot now, outside the top 10. Troutman, another one of those drivers that did not come to pit road, along with Jeffrey Souza. They're running back into the 16th and 17th position, respectively, on the Speedway, just ahead of the number 40 of Rob Higgins. Scott Duncan has not been able to return to the Speedway, and it looks like he will call it an evening. So Scott Duncan going to be scored way back into, well, in 2 laps, he's going to be scored 25th here tonight, unfortunately for him. The driver out of Canada had one heck of a qualifying effort here this evening. Will not get the finish. Zach Mitchell continuing to fall through the field. There went A.J. Hamill. Here comes the better-looking Strano of Tony Strano. Nothing's changed at the front. It's still Chris Hammett, but there is the battle, as that is the battle. That's as close as they've been. Murdoch starting to fade. We talked about the 2 tires on that 01 of Richard Murdoch. He's starting to fade here. Michael Trevarthen's starting to pull back in those front three drivers. And your race leaders are coming up on lap traffic. Look just out there. If we can, there it is. There's the tail end of the field. So your race leader are going to have to deal with some lap traffic coming up. There's Tim Combs. He's one of those drivers. And then it is going to be Joshua Buckley. They're the first drivers that the race leaders are going to come upon. We're not halfway here tonight. Wells and Allen doing a battle. Trent Potter, a driver that started towards the tail of the field. He has now worked himself into the top 10. Trent Potter, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, coming into the evening is having the best year of his, well, career here with Red Light Racing. Does not have a race win this season, but he also has had the most top 5s, the most top 10s. He's had the best qualifying year, let's call it the starting position, that he's ever had. He comes in sitting overall tied for third in the regular season points championship battle, 44 points out of the top spot. So you can go ahead and now lock him in here tonight. Virtue of his points, he is secured a spot in the round of 12, the first round of the playoffs. As Jeffrey Souza can't take it anymore. He has come to pit road. There you see the number 4 making his way to pit road. He's going to go multiple laps down here, but he's going to have fresh tires. Everybody else pitted back on lap number 35. So a green flag pit stop here for the number 4 of Jeffrey Souza. Joshua Buckley also coming in as we get that camera to flip and turn right around. There you see the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes entry. More takers to pit road. Here comes Tim Combs. Ethan Troutman also coming to pit road. There's the 4 blending back out. Jeffrey Souza right there at the race leaders. He's got fresh tires. He'll blend right up in front of the race leaders. 2 laps down there for the driver. As more drivers coming to pit road. Here comes Zach Mitchell now. So we'll see where all these drivers are at. And I'm looking at it. Last time by, Jeffrey Souza was able to run his fastest time of the night. A 14.55. He's almost a full second faster than your race leader of Chris Hammett. The question is, can he keep the pace up and can he unlap himself? 2 laps down, and oh, Souza going to turn up in front of Ryan O'Donnell. They're going to make contact, and O'Donnell stuck up onto the outside wall. We stay green flag racing, but you saw it. 2 drivers fighting over the same real estate. 1 driver having fresh tires, but that's going to negate the advantage that the number 4 of Souza had, because now Mitchell and Troutman have both got around him. It's crazy. Everywhere you look here tonight, there's going to be somebody side by side, somebody hitting the wall, and somebody trying to work through traffic. AJ Hamill stuck in a battle here with Michael Trevarthen. Not sure if something happened. 1 driver turning it around back there. Zach Mitchell has lost it to the inside here. Looks like the race control going to let him try and get that sorted out, and he does. He's down on the bottom side of the speedway. We stay green flag racing. He just ended up losing it, I believe, on his own. Watch it back here. Had just come out of pit road a couple laps ago. You can see the car very twitchy. He'll spin it. He'll nose it into the inside wall. Michael Trevarthen has come to pit road in the number 2 machine. Just trying to keep your head on a swivel here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. because the battles are everywhere. Look, here's Bill Benedict, a rookie this season, trying to make it into the playoffs his first season here. He was 9th overall in the championship standings coming into the evening, and where he is running here tonight would lock him into the playoffs. Brandon Feeney's right there. Josh Buckley in that number 13 entry. As you see him trying to run the bottom side of the Speedway, he's got fresher tires. Buckley's running back into the 20th position, but he's got fresh tires. Just kind of stuck right now. You can't make it, well, you can make it 3 wide, but a lot of times drivers not recommending it. And as I say it, they're looking to do it. Tony to the outside, Yankello in the middle, and Joshua Buckley going to go 1, 2, and he'll pass up 3 cars in just 2 corners. Yankello, though, is locked in that battle there with Luke Logan Allen, Tony Strano, and Brandon Feeney. That's 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. Currently here with 90 laps completed here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Eric Stout has pressure, though, because Chad Allcares is right there. You see the 62, that is Ethan Troutman. Remember, Troutman is not on the same pace here as that number 12 machine there for Stout. Now, the number 4 machine is on the same lap, and so is Michael Trevarthen. So they're all battling 2 laps down to the race leaders at this time, and I'm looking at the lap times last time by. It was about a 15 flat, so that advantage they had of a full 1 second faster than your race leaders, it is now just sitting at half a second faster. See the Adam Mitchell. Mitchell has fresher tires than everybody's, but he's buried 2 laps down. Tim Combs is also on that same strategy. Combs, Mitchell, Buckley, Souza, Troutman, and Trevarthen all 2 laps down. And it'll be under 55 laps to go here tonight. Everybody's still chasing. Chris Hamilton's out to, call it just about under a half a second race lead over James Skelton. A.J. Hamill will bring the number 22 to pit road. So he'll get some service done to the discount tire, number 22. He's down there to be 4 tires and fuel for the driver of Mr. Confusion Motorsports. Jack drops and away he goes. They're still back here. I wonder if they're passing out goldfish snacks for Halloween in that number 60 machine. I only say that because I'm a little hungry. And there's nothing wrong with goldfish. I was just taking a peek at it, and it does look like that's the 62 approaching your race leaders. That is Ethan Troutman. Remember, him and Souza are still sitting 2 laps down as they're trying to get around the race leaders. A couple other drivers have gone a lap down. There you see the 3 of Tony Strano. He has gone a lap down. The 38 of Brandon Feeney. So right now, Troutman and Souza are not battling for the first car. 1 lap down. They're not in that lucky dog position. Wells is going to pit under green here. He'll bring the Alienware number 64 down. He'll go with 4 tires and fuel also to go the rest of the way here tonight. Murdoch coming to pit road. He's coming hot and heavy. He must have one of those charters from Claws Up to make. The fastest I've seen that old boy move. Skelton says, yep, right about now. He'll lock the front tires up, slide it down to pit road speed. Let's see how he gets in his stalls. Very slow entry for James Skelton. He'll find his spot. Chris Hammett now says, I'll come down. He's going to bring Ken Allen along with him. Good run for the driver of the number 81 there of Ken Allen. That turns things over to Trent Potter. Potter will lead a lap here tonight on lap 104. Trent Potter, the new race leader, still has to make a pit stop here. Everybody is coming because those tires are gold here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Looking to see your, what was the race leader, cycled out. Oh, problems! Chris Hammett having problems, and that's going to also involve James Skelton. It looks like something went awry, and Skelton with a lot of damage also. So the caution flag coming out for the second time here this evening, and that's going to take the two fastest cars, and that's going to put them behind the wall here. So problems here at Bristol for Chris Hammett and James Skelton. This is what it is. Watch the number 6 machine. You could tell something. He was slow all of a sudden. Right on board with Chris Hammett. It's like the car died. The car died, lost power, and unfortunately nowhere for Skelton to go. See Skelton into the wall there. So you want to talk about turning it, flipping it, putting this race on its head here. Eric Stout, who had yet to pit, now will be the race leader with 4 fresh tires. Rob Higgins didn't pit. Now he is being scored second. He also he did not pit yet at all. And it looks like he will bring the Higgins Hill Racing number 40 to pit road here. I'm being told the timing and scoring on the left-hand side of the screen, that is correct. That is how they are running. So if you see it on the left, the officials say that is correct here. Boy, if it was right now... Let me look, because you have to complete 50% of the races here. Eric Stout tonight making his 6th start of the season, so he would qualify. He'd be the 13th driver because he is outside the top 12 in the points championship standings. How it works is if you are here and you compete in at least 50% of the regular season races, it qualifies you for the playoffs if you were to pick up a win. So in that case, we take the top 12 in the point standings, and anybody that is below the 12th position but has also picked up a win, they qualify. So Stout has competed in 6 races. Hasn't completed them, has competed in them. So that would qualify him just on that alone, and then if he picks up the win here tonight. Looks like the lights are out on the iRacing.com pace car, so we're ready to go back green flag racing. It'll be under 50 laps to go here. It'll be Stout and all cares on the front row. Some of those drivers that pitted a little bit earlier here tonight, they got trapped a lap down. Souza, Buckley, Allen, and Combs all trapped laps down. Now Skelton not able to make it back out onto the speedway. Neither was Chris Hammett. Green flag back into the air. We're racing once again here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. A great start, though, by Stout. He'll jump out by about 5, 6, 7 car lengths. One car down onto the apron side of the things, and that is the number 15 of Chad Allcares. Looks like he's going to have to bring it to pit road. So the 15 of Allcares, who was on the front row there for that restart, coming to pit road. Not sure if there is a penalty. Nope, they're going to put new tires, so something going wrong on the number 15 of All Cares. He'll be out of contention here tonight. So Stout with a half a second race lead over Tony Strano. And then you have Michael Trevarthen sitting right there into the third position. He is shown to have a pretty fast car here tonight. Got trapped because of the way the pit cycle started here. Now finds himself back into contention thanks to that caution flag here tonight. So it's Stout, Strano, Trevarthen, Feeney, the top four drivers. Yankello trying to battle back. Remember, he had contact earlier on here tonight. The driver out of Western Pennsylvania in the Skyline chassis, number 79, was able to pick up his first career victory here with Red Light Racing on Thursday night. Thursday night, the short track program. So Yankello able to pick up a victory. Good to see him. New blood into the series, new blood into victory lane. And you see the old, the civilian of Richard Murdoch, the driver out of South Carolina, just behind him, running into the 8th position. And you got Tennessee's own, the number 62 of Ethan Troutman. Troutman, one of those drivers we talked about, drivers pitting off sequence, getting trapped laps down. Well, the driver out of Tennessee is one of those drivers. He pitted back on lap number 73 under the green flag, went 2 laps down, battled himself back 1 lap down, and then got a wave around here when everybody else came to pit road. Troutman now sitting into the 10th position, but he is off the sequence of the tire strategy. He pitted back on lap number 73. Everybody else pitted back here on lap 107. Battle for the second position. There you see Michael Trevarthen working the inside of the Speedway in the Rev Esports. Number 2, the driver out of Tampa, Florida. Well, he's going to pass up that number 3 of Tony Strano. Remember, Tony Strano, his mom likes him better than Joe, and he's the better-looking Strano. Hey, it's what he put in the notes. I'm telling you, race fans, and it's not what I'm thinking. It's what they put in the notes for me to say here tonight. Strano having himself one heck of a run here. Strano not afraid of going to victory lane. He would love to here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. He's picked up 1 win here with the series before. Trent Potter back onto the move. He's been able to pick up 19 spots there. You see the number 19 contact. The number 45 up into the outside wall. Yankello got to cut him a break. He lifts out of the accelerator, and he will let the number 45 Michigan Tech entry get his wheels back up underneath him. The number 13 of Joshua Buckley down there to the inside. Buckley is being scored a lap down right now. As you see the number 90, that's the Lego, the Technics entry. That's Bill Benedict III. Benedict right now with where he runs would lock himself in if the checkered flag were to wave right now, but we'll be 25 laps away as the battle for the race lead is now officially underway here with 25 laps to go. Here comes Michael Trevarthen. Trevarthen working the bottom side of the Speedway. Can he clear? It'll be neck and neck down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. They come. Will Trevarthen be able to slide up in front of the number 12? Trevarthen going to roll the bottom side. He'll take the race lead with just 24 laps to go. Michael Trevarthen taking over the top spot. As you see him down the back straightaway, has about a car length and a half lead over Eric Stout. Tony Strano still hanging on right there in the Victory Junction gang number 3. So it's Trevarthen, Stout, Strano, the top 5. Brandon Feeney, Trent Potter currently rounding out the top 5 positions. Rob Higgins having a battle back here. This is with Zach Mitchell. It's for the 13th and the 14th position right now. And when I look at that, that is a very important battle. Why is that? Because they are still on the lead lap. They want to be able to stay on the lead lap. Zach Mitchell has the older tires of the two. Remember, he pitted back on lap number 75. Zach Mitchell is locked in, so this race is just for brownie points for him. Luke Logan Allen going to be coming to pit road here, the number 60, the Goldfish entry. He's the youngest driver of the series, but he's battling with some of the best and holding his own here this season as a rookie. He'll come down. They're going to put 4 tires on the Goldfish entry and get him back out onto the Speedway. Don't tell Murdoch that he's buried deep into the field because he's still trying to cut a rug here tonight. Murdoch going to pick up that 7th position from Yankello, and he's going to try to go after that BC number 45. Ben going to try and hold him off here tonight as see Joshua Buckley scraping the wall there as the Luke Logan Allen entry comes back out onto the Speedway. Michael Trevarthen, who is the race leader, is starting to pull away from the field as here's a battle looking at it, I was just about to say that Murdoch, yep, there he goes. He goes to the bottom side here. We've seen him make some passes tonight down to the bottom side of the speedway, and Murdoch going to try to get another spot here tonight, wrestle him away. Trent Potter was also working on Tony Strano, and then he got a little bit loose, and now he'll fall back into the clutches of Brandon Feeney. There you see the number 18 for Trent Potter. He is going to lock himself in to the playoffs here tonight. Going to see him run for his first ever chance for a championship with the series. Yankello getting passed up. That's Wells down to the bottom. The Alien. Just behind them, you see the number 42 of Max Tarrant. We talked about his woes early on here tonight. That all-black number 42, that Ford Mustang. Well, the driver out of Canada, remember, he wrecked that car. He's multiple laps down. He was being scored last. We pretty much counted him out for anything. We got that car fixed. They got it back out onto the speedway. He's running 21st right now, 22 laps down, but he's been able to pick up 5 spots since he came back out. So that's the little engine that could. And Kello still trying to hold off Wells. Wells trying every which way he can to try and get around that Skyline chassis entry. It's under 10 laps to go. Trevarthen has the biggest lead we've seen here tonight. Zach Mitchell has gone a lap down here. 7 laps when Michael Trevarthen comes back around here. He wants to see this one just try and finish it off here tonight. Michael Trevarthen coming into the night was 7th overall in the championship standings. 67 points out of a regular season championship. No win. If he picks up the win here tonight, he will be the 5th driver to pick up a win and secure 100% into the playoffs. This time by, it'll be the high 5. It'll be 5 fingers into the air. This time by 5 more times around the half-mile speedway here in Bristol, Tennessee. Who will win the Echtohawk Homebrews 500 tonight? Well, Michael Trevarthen says it's going to be me. 4 laps remaining. Yankello battling with Higgins back here with just 4 laps to go. This is the battle for the 11th and the 12th position. The Higgins Hill Farms number 40 of Rob Higgins is now going to take that spot. Stout there trying to get everything he can. Trent Potter did get around the number 3 of Tony Strano. The popsicle sticks, though, they're up into the air. It'll be 2 more times around. There's the gap between the 2 race leaders. It's Trevarthen over Stout. Next time by, we're going to see the Feeney call a white flag here. If we get there out of turn 4, Stout is coming. White flag is up. It's the final trip around here tonight, presented by the Feeney call. Stout is going to get there. Will he have a shot down here in 3 and 4? Where does he go? He goes to the middle. Out of 4 for the final time here tonight. It's going to go to the number 2. Michael Trevarthen will hold them off here tonight. It'll be Trevarthen, Stout, Potter across the line. Strano going to finish into the 4th spot. Feeney back into 5th. That's your top 5 unofficial results here tonight. Find where your favorite driver will come across. But there's your winner. The driver out of Tampa, Florida, trying to outrun the storm here this evening. He'll come around here. We'll get to talk to him in our post-race show brought to us by The Shiny Thing. The Shiny Thing podcast. You can find them on all major podcasts. They talk weekly about what's on their mind. What's that shiny thing on their mind? We're going to find out what the shiny thing is here tonight on that man's mind as he burns them down, or, well, attempts to do. He'll just put it up against the boards and let the old girl eat. So while he does that, race fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be back here with your post-race show brought to us by the Shiny Thing Podcast.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back into the Bristol Motor Speedway. Race fans, 150 laps of racing action here tonight in the Echtohawk Homebrews 500 from the Bristol Motor Speedway. We got all of our, well, I'm going to say we have a portion anyway here of our top three finishers here tonight as we get ready for this post-race show brought to us by the Shiny Things Podcast. Winning tonight's race here, though, how about the driver out of Florida? Mike, tonight, this race, maybe you didn't have the fastest car, but it looks like it all fell together for you here in this one.
Yeah, definitely the scenario where the fastest car did not win. We struggled on long run speed. I tried the high side, I tried the low side. It just wasn't comfortable, either one for me. So like I said, practiced it Sunday and Monday and just felt like I found something there on that last stint, but too little too late. But like I said, just fell in our lap on this one. I think had James or Chris or a couple of those other guys been up there towards the front, I think we'd be having a different conversation.
Well, sometimes they say it's better to be lucky than good. We hear that a lot, especially here in racing. Tonight, though, you will pick up the win. You will be the fifth driver in 10 races to be able to pick up a win. And that's pretty important because we've had 10 regular season races as of the end of this race. There's only been 5 winners. That means there's a lot of drivers here tonight that are waiting on the fate. You don't have to worry about that now. You know you're going playoff racing.
Yeah, we were in a pretty good spot in the points coming into tonight. So, like I said, we're always, points championship battling. So it's always at the top of our conversation. But, like I said, getting the win and, securing that spot just in case something does happen, the what ifs, kind of takes it out of the scenario. So started over in the playoff chase one and started all over again.
Yeah, what do you think when we head to the Chicagoland Speedway next week with the tailgates on the trucks for the Skeleton and Singles Festival of Friendship at Chicago?
Well, I don't know about the Festival of Friendship. Appreciate the sponsor coming on board, but not sure what all that's about. But yeah, we like Chicagoland. See how we unload there, and we'll see how it goes, man. Like I said, we're excited for the season. Had some good pieces, and then we've struggled with some other tracks. So still got some more work to do here, and see if we can put some more on the board.
Well, before we roll the red carpet out here for you, Mike, what's the plan down there? You got another one of those hurricanes coming your way.
Yeah, we're battening down the hatches. Like I said, it's been 2004 last time we had to board up the house and had a direct hit like this one. So it's got everybody on edge. A lot of the stores are empty. Hopefully everyone stays safe, and we'll ride this one out and hope for the best on the other side, and hope everyone else stays safe as well.
Well, let's roll this red carpet out here for you so you can get back to preparing for that hurricane here, Mike. Tonight, you pick up the win, so the red carpet's out. The microphone is yours.
Yeah, first and foremost, hats off to Rev Esports with Dalton and Josh there, BK Paints, EPI. I want to thank everything you do in the broadcast booth there, Roger. Turn 3 Racing Network always does a great job, no matter what broadcaster's in the booth. All the admins here with Red Light, great group of drivers we race with. Couldn't do it without them. Big shout out to the family. Like I said, another hurricane. See if we can ride this one out safe.
Well, he picks up the win tonight. He'll be the 5th winner this season here on Monday night. Michael Trevarthen going to victory lane here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Sitting second here tonight, let's see if he's actually there. The driver of car number 12, Eric Stout. Eric, do you got your ears on this time?
I do. I don't know what happened. I heard a couple ding-dongs, and I couldn't hear anybody, but yeah, I'm here.
Well, ding was me and dong was Mike, so you do got that correct. But hey, a great run here tonight. Didn't look like you had that speed early on here at Bristol. Then the cautions came, some drivers made a little contact, and all of a sudden you found yourself out front leading this race.
Yeah, I was surprised as anybody to be scored number 1 there on the restart. Early on, I was honestly just cruising, trying not to abuse the tires. Once we got past like 10 or 15 laps of green flag running, I thought we might get a long run, so I was just trying to be cautious. I know that there was a lot of guys in front of me with championship points implications, so I didn't want to mix it up too much and screw that up. So I was pretty much just hooked to the back bumper of the 62 there for a little while and was kind of following him around. And then on the second run, a handful of guys had stayed out after, I think it was a 35 lap green flag run. So I was trying to, job one, just avoid any kind of mess. And then I had to use a little bit more tire than I would have preferred to get around a couple of those guys. And then, yeah, after the last caution there, when I was a leader, I knew that Mike was going to be fast. He had been around me and in front of me early in the race. I saw he had really good short run speed, but I actually thought I had a little better long run speed. I think once or twice he had sort of gapped me and then started to fall back. So I thought, there was a chance, outside chance, but slim, that he might use it up a little bit. But once he got by me, I think he quickly had a 6 or 7 tenths lead, and I wasn't able to pressure him to make him use anything up. So he got the win. But he was fast and definitely deserved it. So congratulations to him. And this is my best finish, I think, ever by many spots on a Monday night. So pretty happy to come home second.
Yeah, you do mention that. I did notice it is your best finish here on Monday night, but you had the lead late. What would it have meant for you to be able to pick up a win here at Bristol on Monday night and lock yourself in?
I actually don't know if I ran enough races to advance, because as you know better than anybody, I tend to not make it every week. But a win on Monday would have been pretty awesome. The field here, especially the top 10 or 12 guys, is really stacked. Max, James, Zach, all those dudes are just so good every single week. Just sort of measuring myself against them week in and week out. I feel like I've made some gains. I know AJ and I we've tried to come out for a couple seasons, and we sort of will kind of take 2 steps forward and then 1 back. So either way, like I said, regardless of the win, happy with the second place. Got lucky with the timing of the caution and was able not to screw it up.
Well, great run for you nonetheless here tonight, Eric. Before we let you go, who's on the quarter panels that make the number 12 looking as good as they are?
Well, definitely want to give Doyle Lawrence and Raven Graphics a shout out for doing my paint scheme. He's done all my big NASCAR oval stuff, and even if I always joke, even if I'm slow, I'm the best looking. So credit goes to him for that. But I always want to just say thanks to my wife and Rosie, and I got some friends and family that tuned in, and want to thank Checkered Flag Auto Supply and Turn 3 Racing Network for always putting on a good show. And obviously, just want to, extend my best wishes to, everyone up the Eastern Seaboard who was impacted by the hurricane and has the other one coming. I know that's not very much fun at all. It's probably an understatement. So thoughts are with them, and yeah, that's it.
There you have it. Eric Stout here tonight will rally and pick up 10 positions with a chance to pick up a win, but it'll be second tonight for the driver of car number 12. The driver of the number 18 of Trent Potter, he'll pick up the most spots here tonight. He'll pick up 21 spots from the drop of the green flag. Did not qualify very well, but the car had a lot of long run speed, and then late here tonight was just in the right spot at the right time. So congratulations to Potter on picking up the most spots and also securing himself a championship spot in the first round of the playoffs. So he'll run for a championship. Congratulations to him and all of the top 3 drivers here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. So yes, that was the final race of the regular season. That was race number 10. The 11th race starts the playoffs. The Tailgaters at Chicagoland next week. Who's in? Who's not? Well, race fans, let me tell you this. Josh likes to be thorough with his point standings, so he will be updating those points here over the next 24 hours. You can catch up with all the Red Light Racing action and see those point standings over at redlightracing.net. Keep up to date with all Red Light Racing, whether it's Monday night or Thursday night on the website. So, with Trevarthen winning, he's in. But other than that, who else is there? We know that James Skelton is going to battle for that championship. We know Max Terriot, Jeffrey Souza, and Zach Mitchell are in. Trent Potter is in 100% with Michael Trevarthen. Everybody else, you're going to have to find out. I challenge you, go over there, redlightracing.net tomorrow morning, see who's in. But that will also do it here tonight from the Bristol Motor Speedway. For everybody at the Echtohawk Homebrews, everybody with Red Light Racing, the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, and all of us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, we wish you a good night here, and we hope that everybody affected by the hurricane stays safe, and we hope to see you on the other side of it. And until then, race fans, we'll see you in Turn 3.